Welcome to Flocenter. We got a huge weekend of action from the East Coast to the West Coast. We got wrestling kicked off in grand fashion.
Stop the camera.
It was
Ray, Vader,
show.
You kicked the freaking wrestling season off every week. You kicked it off at the Journeyman Classic. You kicked it off at the Iron Horse. You got to come up with something new, man.
Dude, how about I kick your face off? Welcome to Flocenter, and yes, the wrestling season has been around for a hot minute.
That's right, Bader, and you went to Vegas. What did you bring back?
I brought back a ton of great footage from the Freak Show, the Nuway Southwest Kickoff Classic, got things kicked off. 700 kids there last year, almost 1,200 this year, a great tournament over there. Look for that to continue to grow. Let's pick up things in the finals. It was the Valencia brothers coming out and doing work at 115 pounds. It was Zahid Valencia getting his second Freak Show title. A couple matches later, his brother Anthony gets it done. Down in the match, front headlock, nasty cement job, gets the fall. Moving ahead, 138 pounds, Nico Villarreal picks up his second Freak Show title. At 155, very highly anticipated matchup between Isaiah Martinez of California and Brandon Kingsley, a stud from Minnesota. It was Kingsley getting the ride out the entire second period, forcing Martinez in a tough spot in the third, but Martinez comes back, gets the takedown in the third period, and the victory. Moving on to 163 pounds, it was Daniel Woywer finishing with a double armbar like I hit on Joe all the time with the fall in the finals. Let's back up here to the semis and check out your Dirty Flow Scramble of the week. At 128 pounds, it was Aries Carpio and Paul Fox getting tangled up in a super dirty scramble. All right, while I was out in Vegas filming dirties, Joe, you were at perhaps one of the filthiest tournaments of the whole year. Tell us about it.
That's right, Bader. I went down to Atlanta and cruised up to Greensboro with those guys from the compound. They're doing awesome things down there.
Get some!
Where Super 32 showed us what a tournament's supposed to be like. This tournament was so deep, state champs are middle of the pack. The 126-pound weight class, it has been building and building over the last couple months. Now, if we rewind to the Iron Horse Invitational, we saw Randy Cruz beat South Plainfield's Anthony Ashnault, last year's Super 32 champ. That set the stage for this crazy weight class. Moving forward to the semifinals of 126, Cruz ran into Joey Dance in what was your Flow Wrestling match of the week. There's cartwheels, last second shallow cradles, double overtime match. It was sick. Now Joey Dance tops Randy Cruz. In the other half of the bracket, we had a rematch of last year's Super 32 final. Zane Rutherford out of PA, a killer. He tangles up with Anthony Ashnault, and Ashnault comes out on top. Now everybody's looking forward to this final at 126 pounds. Cruz and Dance going after it. It's a back and forth match. Anthony Ashnault scores late, rides out Joey Dance. So this Anthony Ashnault performance earns him his second belt and maybe the toughest weight class in the history of the universe.
The universe?
Yeah. Now, despite the depth of this tournament, there is two guys that dominated their way through the whole competition. They're both from St. John's, Michigan, a team that's now ranked in the top 5 in the country. We got Taylor Massa pinning everybody, Ben Whitford running through the competition. These guys, people don't wrestle them, they just try to survive. Another cool story I found out from Screwy Lou is about Ryan.
The real
deal. He weighs in 6 pounds underweight and rides and turns his way to a Super 32 belt. That's the way to perform, Deal.
Be sure to stay tuned to Flow Wrestling for the rest of the week as we're going to be rolling out highlights from the Freak Show and Super 32. This weekend was the Sun-Kissed Open. Back on the mat. Yes, he did come back. Henry Cejudo, 2008 Olympic champion. He gets the gold medal over Dan Expelia in the finals at 55 kilograms.
I'm pumped about 66 kilograms. Jared Freier's back, double overs are back, and he comes away with the title at 66.
Another young guy taking on an Olympic red shirt at 96 kilograms. That's Dustin the Killer Kilgore. Came out and got it done, won the title and the OW at the Sun-Kissed Open.
We got great news for those of you on Technique Wave. Bubba Jenkins down in Austin, Texas. We got Technique Wave. I've been super ducking Bader all week.
Get out of here.
So check it out on Technique Wave.
Are you kidding me? Of course, when I was in Nebraska, I also got some Technique Wave with Jordan Burroughs. And you may have noticed, looking at the coverages, the Freak Show, Super 32, bigger than they've ever been. Thanks so much to our contributors at the Freak Show, Paul out in New Mexico and Rick in California. Thanks a lot.
We were at the Super 32, more matches than ever, more interviews than ever. We had our normal guys, Cliff, Lee, Matty Beat. They were joined by Travis Gerard, but some new heavy hitters. We got Jermaine McCove. Check out his website, Inside Wrestling. He was joined by Chris Schumann. Louis was there, and then Kurt Malacqua from South Plainfield. He killed it. These guys were warriors this weekend, filmed all day. uploaded at night for you to watch.
Another thing happening on Flow this year, you may have noticed, a lot of teams started to contribute. We've seen produced videos by Minnesota, Wyoming, Cornell, Old Dominion, Central Michigan, Missouri, and Northern Colorado, just to name a few.
That wasn't a few, Bader, that was 7.
Actually, it was 8.
Moving on, at Binghamton, we had Mark Morris. He's improving his skills as a Flow master, going live for the Binghamton Wrestle-Offs. You're the man, Mark.
Speaking of Super 32 contributors, Bud Gordon going to be out at the Hokie Open this weekend getting coverage from Virginia Tech. And we can expect to see teams like Virginia Tech, Virginia, Kent State, Old Dominion, Ohio, Ohio State, and Chattanooga.
If you want to join a team moving wrestling forward, send us an email to contribute@FlowWrestling. We'll get you going. That's it for us here on Flocenter. Hope you liked the show. If I find out you didn't click the like button, you're getting super ducked.
And be sure to follow us on Twitter. We'll see you next week.